Hi, mijn naam is Jane. Ik ben op het moment een sophomore en ik woon in Volendam.
Hallo, mein Name ist Delia Meyer. Ich bin momentan ein Sophomore und ich komme aus Hechingen in Deutschland.
Hola, mi nombre es Jorge Abreu. Soy senior en Colorado Mesa University. Soy de Mérida, Yucatán, México y soy un student athlete.
Hej, jag heter Emil Hultman och jag är en sophomore här på Colorado Mesa University. Kommer från Värnamo, Sverige.
Okay, now, see?
Well, I always wanted to go to the US because my older sister did. So I was just like, I really want to do what she's doing basically. So we started looking for schools and then coach reached out to me and I was just like the best opportunity, the best fit, and I also really liked the school and like the environment, the nature.
So when I started playing tennis more competitively, I was thinking about opportunities to combine athletics and academics, and college tennis was just a perfect way to do that. So America is the only place where you can combine your athletics and academics, and where I'm from, that's not possible.
Back home, we can continue with university and study, but we can't continue to play our sports, so this is a perfect opportunity.
Competitive tennis here in the United States level is amazing. It was a great opportunity to keep pursuing playing tennis and at the same time studying what I like. I grew up on a bilingual school, so I grew up learning English as my second language since I'm like 8 years old. Meeting people, it was different culture-wise, I guess. We greet differently, we approach friends differently, so I guess it was a culture shock for sure. I got very welcomed by the people here, so first 6 months it was a little, had to adapt, but after that it was a soft landing.
We learned English pretty early, and I would say that we speak pretty well, but then of course it was hard you're forced to speak English, rather than when we're back home you speak in English class and just for fun. And I feel like that's great as well. You really learn how to use the English in like a friendly way, in a business kind of way, so that will be very helpful when we go back home. But I was questioning myself if this was the right decision. I gotta find friends and it's all new, but then as soon as you got over that step, it's just been like a long vacation for me.
Yeah, it was hard at first, but after like 2 months I think we got pretty used to it. But at first like we both started talking like in our own languages to each other a little bit, because Dutch and German is really similar, so like we could kind of figure out what we're trying to say, but it was like really hard at first. Yeah.
Another big challenge was just the culture shock, like everything's opposite from what you've been used to your whole life.
Yeah, and like homesick, being homesick is hard sometimes too. Like in December for Christmas we went home, and the next time we go home is after finals week, so in May.
You'll go home and spend the summer at home. So
Yeah.
you're not looking forward to that at all, are you?
Oh, we are.
We are.
I miss the food. I wish sometimes that I could just order some Swedish food and send it over here. Family, friends, here's more school business focused. It's a little more laid back when we go home now over break, so I just miss the summers, winters, hanging out with friends.
The food is a big part in my family. I grew up with a Cuban mom and a Mexican dad, so we got the best of both cuisines. Mostly my family. I think I've made some good friends here. I miss being around my brother and my mother, my dad, and we had a cute little dog, so I miss them.
Yeah, I mean, there's Mexican restaurants here, but
No, it's not. It's not the
There's
same,
no Swedish restaurants here though. Closest thing is some meatballs at Walmart. Not the same. Gotta make it myself, and I'm too lazy to do that right now.
Just one summer I stayed here to work. Every other summer I went back home. So yeah, every holiday I go.
And I feel like it's important for me to kind of go back and reset. If you miss home, you get a little homesick, so it's good to go back and reset your batteries a little bit, and then you come back and you're ready for it again. I gotta do that.
I do bring some snack when I go back home. I do bring some small tweet.
Haven't done that yet. That might be for next year. The girls do a little more team dinners than we do. We might end up at McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That might be the
They're
easy.
more enthusiastic about cooking for everybody. We're a lot more like, where are we getting food?
I think I just miss my family, my parents, and being around my friends most of the time. But life's really good here too, and I got really sweet friends, so.
Probably also my family, my friends, little things like the food or like having your own room or just having more privacy basically. But also like just like food, that bread, for example, that's like a big thing I miss sometimes. Yeah, Jane and I cook a lot together actually.
Yes,
So
almost every week.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. So we all like the same type of food, and
I think it's really fun because they don't know it. So like, but most of the time I like it, I think. But yeah.
yeah, sometimes.
We just made like pasta, like the way we make the pasta at home, because it's not like mac and cheese or something like that.
Yeah.
We often made just like desserts or something, and I think
And lasagnas.
and lasagna. Yeah.
We actually went to Vail a few weeks ago, and then Delia, she took us to a German restaurant. She showed us around and she told me what to get and everything. I would say that was 10 out of 10.
I come from like hot weather, 20 minutes from the beach, so for me it was the complete opposite. I was not used to like cold weather or seeing snow at all. It's more outdoors, and I appreciate that a lot. A lot of people just, of my friends, like to hang out, like hike and go to the top of like monuments.
I'm the opposite from him. I'm used to the snow and the cold, but I'm not used to the warm summers here. First time I got picked up from the airport here, and I just walked out and it was just like a wall hit me of just heat, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can handle this. When I've been here for a little bit, I would like some summer here. I'm kind of done with the winter.
I went into a tennis academy in Mexico, and a lot of my friends older than me came to the US to study. So they were already telling me how it was going to be and the team environment. So it was a surprise too. Everything was like pretty much as how people told me it was going to be. And I'm glad for that.
We played pretty high level tennis before we got here to be able to get here. Or I decided I wanted to go to college. I kind of knew the level I had to be at. And then when I got here, it's kind of what I expected. We're in a tough conference, it's a lot of tough matches. When I came here freshman year, I knew that the other freshman guys on the team were mostly internationals, and I knew we could ask each other questions, and it's good that we had one American, so he got all the questions, and we figured out stuff together. So in a way, it felt very good to have multiple people in the same situation.
It was very cool meeting a lot of internationals. You get to know different like routines or cultures they have, habits they have, surrounded by friends who grow up with me. Like they're used to the same things that I have to do. And here in college it's just like a bunch of people who grew up differently, who are used to different things, and they just come together to have a good time.
I think it's definitely how everything is like really spread out. Like you can drive for 8 hours and not see anything on the road. Whereas at home, we drive for like 5 minutes and there's already a next town or city.
Just the people, I would say they're so much more welcoming and sometimes, and like they just like so nice to you and they give you compliments, and like that would not like happen in our countries, I would say.
Yeah.
Because most of the time like you don't just randomly get a compliment from a stranger on the street.
People are definitely more welcoming and open.
Yeah.
Especially to international people. They're always curious about our lives.
Yeah,
so that's
or like my roommate like invites me home with her over Thanksgiving and that stuff, so they really want us to be like part of being in the US. Yeah. You have like a bigger team spirit. At home I would say tennis is more like an individual sport. Yeah.
And there's just a really good team spirit. Like we do everything together. At home you would just show up to practice and not see him again until next practice.
Over the summer I'll be visiting him and a couple of friends I made over college that are also from Europe. I want to work here, try to find a job. I'm already applying to see where that takes me.
I got to make up a plan for him, so I'll give him the best out of Sweden. I can get a good use of my academics here and back home. Just being able to speak English fluently would be an advantage over other guys back home, and I feel like it could work out really well.
I think it's really fun because everyone is like somehow connected because we're all internationals, and then we all like bring our cultures together basically. Yeah.
Definitely. I think it's the most exciting part because you get to meet people from all over the world and you build connections, and you can visit any place and you'll know people there.
You'll always know someone somewhere. Like we could go to Mexico, to Brazil, to Sweden, to the Netherlands, like New Zealand, like everywhere like you know someone. So yeah, it was really exciting.